the creative director of Above and Beyond. And today on EM 105, Event Management or Event Planning 105, I will be talking on event safety and regulation. Now, under this event safety and regulation, how do I mean? I'll be talking about management plan. The first on the list I'll be talking about is your emergency plan as an event planner. I love that, right? Let me narrate a short story for you guys. I could recall an event that happened some times back in a wedding ceremony. So the guys decided to lit up the fireworks. A person that deals with fireworks is a pyrotechnician. So sometimes we don't really have a pyrotechnician in some of these events. Everybody just take their fireworks and start working. Do you get? So we've had a lot of cases with fireworks, fireworks error and stuff like that. So in this beautiful event, the guy decided to lit up the fireworks, and some of the workers in the hall doesn't really know that it was a fireworks. He thought it was an electric spark that is burning a cable or stuff like that, and immediately he went to switch off the generator in an event. Can you imagine that? Before everything now, people calm down and they have to settle that, okay, it wasn't an electric spark, it wasn't a cable burning, it was just fireworks, So, so when I talk about emergency plan, what are your emergency plan in an event? Take for example, do you have a first aid box in the event hall? Do you have an ambulance in case if it is a big event, a corporate event whereby you have a lot of crowd, you have a lot of people, or you have an event that deals with people running or anything can happen in an event. Do you get me now? So do you have an emergency plan? So do you have an ambulance on ground? Do you have a first aid kit? Do you have even maybe a doctor? Sometimes you need a doctor to be in a gathering in case there's any in case anything goes wrong in an environment. So what are your emergency plan? Or do you have fire extinguisher? In case maybe there's a spark somewhere, is there a fire extinguisher in your event location? These are the things that you as an event planner should check in before you bring people into a gathering. It is your work. It is your work. So before you bring people into a gathering and we have like 1,000 people there, is there any fire extinguisher there? What are your emergency plan? So you need to have an emergency plan as an event planner. And secondly, we need to talk about your traffic management plan. This is still part of event safety and regulation. What are your traffic management plan? Now take for example, you have an event where you have 1,000 guests and there is no place to park. There are no parking space for people. So how do you think people will park their cars? Do you want them to obstruct the normal flow of the a layman that is going to his work or going to an event or going to another place? So what are your traffic management plan? That's a very key question. Do you know we can have traffic in the toilet? Or some of you are like, is it possible? It's possible. Because if you're having a 500 guests in a place or in a hall, now you need to check their urinaries. How many urinaries do they have? How many toilets do they have? Now, if they have 10 urinaries, that means to 500 guests, they have maybe 10 water closet system to 500 guests. So you can still see that this can still work. Looking at these, you might come to the conclusion that we won't really have traffic in the toilet. But imagine a place whereby you have 500 guests or you have 1,000 guests and you only have like 2 toilets. You will now see queue traffic in the toilet. It doesn't really work well. As an event planner, you should advise of your clients to get a better location for his or her event. So that's on traffic management plan. So let's talk about your alcohol management. In an event these days, it depends on the area or it depends on the country or the part of the world you are in. Alcohol management is also important as an event planner. You need to tell the guys on drinks because there are some people that are below 18 years old, there's some people that are 12 years old and 10 years old. And per adventure in an event, because a lot of people are gyrating, a lot of people are happy, they use that as an opportunity to start taking alcohol, drinks containing like 40% alcohol, stuff like that, which is very wrong. So what are your alcohol management plan as an event planner? So you need to have these, because 18 years and above, okay, you can't take your alcohol. Then again, also you should, as an event planner, because you love your clients and you love the people in the gathering and you want them to get home safe, then you should advise the people even serving the drinks and alcohol to make sure that when some people are getting drunk or are about getting drunk, they should withdraw the drinks from them, not to serve them more. Then you should have even a regulation on the percentage of some of the things you share in an event. So I know some people are like, oh, this guy, what is this saying? This doesn't really work in this part of the country. No, I'm just talking based on a corporate event whereby you need everybody to be sane. You know, there's some Paris, you know, I'm talking about Paris, you know. You people are already elevated, you are in another realm and you are gyrating and, you know, stuff like that. But I'm just, this is a part of the event planning courses that you need to understand and you need to take. Alcohol management is very, very, very important when it comes to event safety and regulation. Furthermore, we need to also talk about security when it comes to event safety and regulations. Security. How secure is your environment? How secure is your location? How secure are the people coming to the event? This is very key. But in this part of the world that I am in, I've had an encounter with a lot of guys, hoodlums and the likes, you know, talks, whatever you want to call it. If your event is not properly planned and if you don't put security in the place that needs security. Do you get? I mean, sometimes you need to call if the policemen, they need to be around, and some other people, your security personnel needs to be around. I don't want to use the word bouncers, you know, while we're bouncing. You know, it's good, sometimes you need to bounce some people, you know, bounce them. You know, and all these Mogomoya people, sometimes they can spoil your event when they are too much. You see? So security is key. It's very important when it comes to event safety and regulation. So these are the things as an event planner you need to take into consideration when you're planning an event. You need to make sure that the place you're using for events is secure. You need to make sure that the lives of the people that are around or in the event are secure, based on you bringing security personnel to the event. So also I would like to talk about the crowd control plan. So you see, when we talk about crowd control plan management, the CCP, it's also part of the event safety and regulation. That is why you need people to be on traffic for you. You need people to be on and the security to be on ground to check the list of the people coming. I can recall a question that I saw on Instagram some times back, and the question goes thus. It said, if you as an event planner, you budgeted or you're given a plan for 100 guests or maybe 1,000 guests, and eventually that day you have 2,000 guests, then what will you do as an event planner? And I quickly replied, I said, it is very simple. I have the list of 1,000 guests coming. If you are not part of the list of the 1,000 guests, my brother, my sister, you go back to your house. It's part of crowd control plan. So you go back to your house. It's part of crowd control plan. You see, and somebody said, what if then somebody important is there? I said, if you are important, then the client will make sure that his or her guest, they get the invitation card. So you need to follow your plan as an event planner. You need to work with what you have on ground. So you plan for 1,000, 2,000 people are coming. It is not your fault and it is not your doing. Go with the list you have, with the guest list with you, and follow it. So your crowd control plan is very important. That is why we have the barricades or the stanchion being used so as to tell people you need to follow in this direction. That is why when you go to a bank, you see the stanchion there or the barricade. So it's just for people to follow order. Then what is management? Management is just to design a system that allows people to follow an order. Do you get? So it's just a system. You design a system so that people will follow an order, will follow what you've designed down to follow. Okay, this thing needs to go this way. Do you get me now? So that is part of the management skills we're talking about. That is part of the event security and event regulation, your crowd control plan, your traffic, your fire management plan. You need to take this into consideration because safety is key when it comes to an event. You don't want to plan an event that will spoil your name and maybe there's an explosion, a fire, whatsoever, stuff like that. Or somebody slipped and fell and died and they say, we'll plan the event. So you need to take this thing into consideration when it comes to event safety. You need to check the flaws. Are there broken ties in the event? Are there electrical problems in the event location? You need to check these things and take into consideration as an event plan. And that's why you need to visit the location before you conclude if this is the right location for you to use. So you as an event planner, learn more about event safety and regulations. Thanks for joining me and see you some other time.